Hi, I'm Joe Dante, and this one really is a trailer from heaven. It used to be the practice that when any theatrical movie was popular enough to be reissued, all the advertising would be revamped and the old campaigns junked, which is why it's often so difficult to find original versions of trailers, posters, and press books on famous titles. Many classic trailers only exist in reworked form or re-release cutdowns, many of which were further reduced for TV use. That's why when something like the original release trailer for a picture like 1939's Son of Frankenstein emerges from the miasma, it's a big deal, especially when the complete Bride of Frankenstein trailer is still MIA. This was the bigger budget follow-up to Bride, which ushered in a new resurgence of horror films after a several-year drought brought on by the overseas horror ban of the late 30s. An enterprising exhibitor in Hollywood with nothing to play decided to revive Frankenstein, Dracula, and King Kong on a triple bill, and the results were unexpectedly phenomenal, leading to nationwide reissues and Universal deciding to get back into the monster business.
20 years ago, in the barony of Frankenstein, a monster created by man stalked through the country, maiming and killing. In time, Frankenstein, maker of the monster, died. The monster disappeared. Now, after 20 years, the son of Frankenstein returns, and fear grips the village anew. A man tainted by the blood of his father can forget his human soul and carry on the diabolical work of the Frankenstein.
What's most remarkable about Son of Frankenstein is that hotshot director Roland V. Lee was allowed to throw out Willis Cooper's screenplay and essentially make it all up as he went along. Studio brass tore their hair out as Lee went over budget, over schedule, and somehow had it ready to preview some 70 hours after he finished shooting. As a result, this trailer, lost for years, is full of alternate takes, readings, and even scenes that didn't make it into the picture. See if you can spot them. In the script, the monster speaks as he did in the previous film, but Karloff never liked the idea, so he's mute again here.
It's alive.
Alive, you mean?
Yes, alive,
But
alive.
I thought you said our experiments
I know. I too thought that we failed, but we haven't. I've actually seen it walk.
Karloff, rising from the past to spread new terror.
Bela Lugosi was slated to play the police inspector role that memorably went to Lionel Atwill, but Lee invented a more eccentric character for Bela that was never in the script, the broken-necked grave robber Ygor, who beat the hangman's noose and uses the revived monster to avenge himself on his enemies. Both funny and menacing, it may be Lugosi's best performance. Basil Rathbone is a little hard to buy as Colin Clive's son, but not so much as the actor who was first sought for the role, Peter Lorre. Basil is famously near hysteria at times, but always in character. Atwill matches him as the one-armed inspector who inspired some of the many gags lifted by Mel Brooks for Young Frankenstein, which is now better known, of course, than any of the original Frankenstein movies.
By heaven, I think you're a worse fiend than your father. Where is this monster? Where is he? I'll stay by your side until you confess. And if you don't, I'll feed you to the villagers.
Frank Skinner's thunderous score was written in an around-the-clock marathon session to make the release date and was recycled by Universal for a decade. Jack Otterson's massive stylized sets aren't seen to advantage in this trailer, but Son remains the most unique looking of the whole series. Its success resuscitated the American horror film throughout the 1940s.